तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Yes.
So last class we were talking about why do I feel pain, dukkha, even if something is natural.
You had asked us to do manana of the nature of the pain.
This
Janma Mrityu.
Janma Mrityu.
Janma Mrityu.
Okay.
And based on that, the pain. What is that nature of the pain?
Because it anyway occurs in life and it's natural, why
Correct.
do I still feel pain?
Pain.
Because of Janma Mrityu.
The jnani also goes through these things. It's not that the jnani means suddenly you will not get old and you will not die. A jnani also will get old. Jnani will also have diseases. Jnani will also have death as much as the ajnani. Right? Now the question we have is, when the jnani is going through all these things, he is not experiencing dukkha. Whereas an ajnani who goes through the same thing experiences dukkha. So therefore we apply the rule. If these things were to be causing dukkha, then jnani also should be experiencing dukkha. Right. Since jnani is not experiencing dukkha, the cause for dukkha cannot be these occurrences, these experiences. Isn't it? So then what is causing this? He is also having sattva guna, he is also rajas, he is also tamas, he is also going through everything. But he is not experiencing sorrow. So therefore we have to investigate and figure out what is the cause of sorrow. What is the cause of sorrow? In one word, resistance. The jnani doesn't resist. And ajnani resists. He resists that old age. This resistance is there. The resistance to change produces agitation, sorrow, pain, all that. Because the problem is, you cannot, all the attempts that you are making in life is to arrest the change. Every attempt of us, if you carefully analyze, whatever you are doing in life is done only with the idea of what? You want to arrest it. You want to stop the change happening. You want that scenario, that person, that's the thing to continue. It should be happening the same way. Always profit. Always happy, always peaceful, always harmonious, always smiling. This is what we expect in life. This is what we want from life. But the problem is what? Your attempt to arrest the change doesn't succeed. It fails. The change happens. When the change happens, what do? The difference is this. The Ajnani resists the change, therefore gets into agitation. Jnani develops a prasada buddhi. He accepts that as prasad. Acceptance not a passive acceptance, please. Reconciliation. Most of the time you try to do something, it doesn't happen. Therefore, what do you say? Isn't this Aesop's story? The grapes are sour. You try and try, you don't get it. So what do you do now? That's not tasty here. To who you are convincing? You are convincing yourself. Because you can't accept the fact that your attempt is a colossal failure. Since you cannot accept it, what do you have to do now? Somehow you have to live with it. How to live now? And this passive reconciliation is taken by many people as I have accepted the facts of life, sir. Accepting the fact of life is not that, please. Not after failure. I try to change the person. After any number of attempts, the person is refusing to change. Now I say what? I accept him as he is. I accept her. That's what Vedanta also says. Therefore, what are you doing? You are living Vedanta. That is a difference here. This prasad buddhi is not even attempting this change. Change means what? Change means changing that scenario to suit my desires. And this is what mind does. Mind lives in this illusion, in the imagination. And it wants life to cooperate with it. Life will not cooperate with your imaginations. That will keep happening independently. That's not going to be functioning according to, life is not going to be functioning according to your likes and dislikes, your desires. If at all somewhere your desire is fulfilled, please understand it is what? Coincidence. Exactly. Beautiful. Coincidence. Fundamental logic. Elementary logic. When you are learning logic, first thing they teach is this. Do not take coincidences as causes. It's a coincidence. It's not a cause. My prayer is answered, sir. Coincidence. That's it. And all these coincidences you take as a cause. And then you do what? Go back and keep praying. Second time it will not happen. First time happens. It's like they say, gamblers, beginner's luck. This is just a beginner's luck, that's it. It has to be happening every time. That's why they say, Nobel Prize. Only 2 Nobel Prizes make sense. Physics and chemistry. They have no Nobel Prize for physics and chemistry is correct. Rest are all what? Politics only. Summa. Essentially is what? Why? Because if you have to show some experiment is worthy of, they say you have to produce the result minimum 7 times. 7 times you have to produce the same result. only then it will be accepted. It will be considered for validation. Otherwise, it will not be even considered. Once I did that, sir, it has happened. It will not be treated as science there. Why? Coincidence. Do not take coincidences as causes. It's a very basic learning. Many times we will feel, my desires are fulfilled. It's coincidence. Out of your 100 desires, 2 desires gets fulfilled. You see this, astrologers, predictions. For Meena Rashi. How this 2025 is going to be for Meena Rashi. He will give 40 points. Out of the 40 points, 3 points will fill. You will say, yeah, correct, sir. Whatever he says is correct. What about the rest of that, sir? He says, sir, we are talking about the whole lot. So it will not be all will be applicable to you. It will be only 1 or 2. That predictions can be done by. Even if that is the case, is the planetary position the cause or indicator? Is the wall clock is the indicator of time or cause of time? Indicator. That's what your horoscope is. Horoscopes just indicate, that's about it. That doesn't mean that's the cause. You see, the problem is we take that to be the cause. Blunder. That's what we say. From where you are having this pain, the samsaric pain you experience, from where? Because world is made up of this 2 things. Dvandvas. Birth is there, death is there. Joy is there, sorrow is there. Pleasure is there, pain is there. Honor, dishonor. The world is equal to opposites. Opposites, 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 opposites. And it is so interesting. Dvandvas. It is not 2 different things. You know that? Dvandva is a beautiful one. Light and darkness. Opposite. Light, darkness. Darkness is opposite of light or absence of light? It is absence of light. If darkness were to be opposite of light, that means this darkness has an independent existence apart from light. Which means, if you attempt to switch on the light, what the darkness will do? Darkness has to come and resist you lighting. Has it ever happened that the darkness comes and resists your attempts to light? Try to put off light. Has it ever happened? Which means what? Experientially we will say light and darkness are opposite. Essentially, are they 2? If they are 2 different things, which means there has to be having 2 independent existing entities. Correct? 2 means what? Independently existing. Does darkness have independent existence? What is the proof now? The proof is this. The proof is, if darkness were to be having independent existence, then the darkness will come and resist your attempts to light. The darkness never comes and resists. which means darkness is not having independent existence. Then what is darkness? So superficially seeing, they will appear as two different things. I am giving a simple example. Now you can extend it to pleasure, pain. Does pain have an independent existence? Joy has an independent existence. Sorrow has an independent existence. Which has an independent existence? And which is a dependent existence? Darkness has no independent existence. It is a dependent existence. If light is present, darkness is absent. If darkness is present, light is absent. Experience. So only one will exist. Right? Now, if you have to bring darkness, what you need to do? Huh? Switch off the light. To chase the darkness away? If you have to chase the darkness away from the room, what do you have to do? Switch on the light. You do something to light. Consequence is what? Presence of darkness or absence of darkness. Correct? Therefore, darkness is dependent on light. So, are they opposite? They are not opposite, actually speaking. Love and hatred, are they opposite? They are not opposite. Happiness and happiness, is it opposite? No. You have to work out. I have given you the example. I told you, easy job we'll do. Right? Tougher job will be given to the student. You got to work it out. Take down one by one whatever is considered by you as opposites. Profit, loss. Profit, loss. Loss is opposite of profit. They are two opposites, sir. Is it opposite? It's two different things. Experientially we say they are opposites, but factually are they two opposites, or one is existing, another one is dependent? The dependent exists, absence. So the one who has this understanding, a person who is living in darkness for a long period of time, to him what is light? You get so used to living in light, in darkness, light will do what to you? It will blind you. You know that? It's amazing, life is. A fellow who is born blind, the age of 45, advancement of medicine, medical science, had created a fantastic new technology to give him vision. And he goes through the surgery. Surgery is over, and he is sitting on the bed after the surgery. They open his eyes, and he is able to see. They slowly open your eyes and then they give light, little light, and then light, and then light. And then slowly he is seeing. Now that he could see so clearly, he gets so excited and he gets down from the bed. The first step that he takes, what happens? He'll trip and fall. You know that? Therima? Blind fellow. 45 years he has been walking, no? Correct? Without eyes he was walking. Now he got eyes. He will fall. He will not know how to walk. If you lose eye, what will happen to you? You will not know how to walk then. And it looks absurd. Logically speaking, the one who has eye should not fall. Because he could see clearly, but the problem is what? If he closes his eyes, he can walk comfortably. If he opens his eye, he can't walk. His legs will not move. He has to close his eyes for his legs to move. This is what we call as you live in a particular condition for a long period of time. You get so used to it. Same way, you live in darkness for a long period of time, then light will blind you. Therefore, what is the first reaction of yours will be? Resisting light. Obviously, I'm living comfortably here. Why will I go for light now? So he will tell the doctor what? You told me that once I get my eyes, I will be able to walk straight. You will not, don't have to worry about this, worry about that. Doctor, that's not what's happening to me. My experience says what? Experientially, I know now that walking without eye is safer than walking with eyes, according to his experience. And he will speak with such experiential authenticity. Therefore, what are you going to do? This is the problem. See, the Jnani is life and this Ajnani attempting to become a Jnani. The problem. Why you resist? Factually speaking, you should not resist. There should not be any resistance here. But maximum resistance you will find only here. You will not find this much of resistance anywhere else in the world. For anything else in the world. Possible. But factually, where you should resist? You should resist there, not here. But knowledge you resist. This understanding you resist. Why? You're so used to living in darkness. The darkness is not causing resistance. You got so used to living in darkness. Therefore, you resist light. And that resistance is causing problem. He says, a Jnani will not have all this. He will not have it. That's Gunatita. What is the effect of Jnanam? When you have Jnanam, what is the effect of that? This is the effect, he says. Having crossed over these three gunas, qualities, the dweller in the body is completely freed from birth, death, old age and pain. Literally, if you take, he is completely freed. Samyak. He is completely freed from what? birth, death, old age, and pain. Which means after you become a jnani, you will not get old. You will not die. A jnani will never die. It's impossible. Remember, it is bound to happen. The resistance is the problem. The lesser the resistance, greater the freedom. More the resistance, more the bondage. It's got nothing to do with the events occurring in life, the situations in life. It's your resistance that's the cause. You resist it. And there are very many ways you resist. Now, I'm not going into the details of, what all the ways in which you resist. But one thing you can take it for granted. Every one of you resist. There is resistance. You may say, I'm attending your class. Even then, resistance is there. I'm not attending your class. Still, resistance is there. I'm not attending any class. Resistance is there. Whether you attend or you don't attend, or attend something, or you do this, you do that, doesn't make any difference. Why? You are so used to living in darkness. Invariably, the person who gets that eye, remember the example, the one who gets eye, if I ask you the question, the one with eye, will he walk smooth, or the one with blindness, will he walk smooth? Which walk is better? Which walk is safer? Theoretical answer will be what? Yeah, the one with eyes. And that's how all of you go. Yeah, God is important, no? God is bigger, no? Yeah, correct. God is bigger. But then, business is also there, no? So you have to get some security, sir. Otherwise, first you get secured, settle yourself. Afterwards, you can come to, have you not studied Maslow's hierarchy? First what you have to get? Food. How much food? Your entire Janma goes only on food only. Food, shelter, clothing. Any cloth will do. Any shelter will do. Any food will do. No. Pizza is what I want. Not from Domino's. Doesn't taste good. What is that? Pizza man, huh? That pizza is better. Whatever you eat. Okay, curd rice is okay, right? So if pizza is wrong, then what is correct, sir? Curd rice? But majjiga rice is not okay, right? You got to have only curd rice, right? That, don't add water. Curd has to just come straight, you put on the plate. No adding of water. Which curd rice is what you want? Resistance is the problem, remember. Yes?
Just a clarification, maybe I'm not able to understand. Jnani will never die or never get pain or not get old, this and that words will be.
He will get. Jnani will get old. Jnani will lose his faculties. Jnani will lose his limbs. His limbs will not be functioning the same way it was functioning. Younger age. It's not going to function. So his jnanam is gone now, is it? It doesn't make any difference. A jnani also will die. But then, pain arising from old age, birth, death, all these changes doesn't happen to him. Why? Because no resistance. Thereby he attains immortality. He doesn't go through these problems of life. This is the effect of jnana. And now Arjuna asks a question now. He intercepts Krishna now with a question. After a long gap, from the 12th chapter to this one, there is no question by him. 13th chapter we just say, he asked this quick question, but there are other versions where there is, the question by Arjuna in the 13th chapter is not there. So after a long time he asks the question, is the same question he asked in the 2nd chapter. No difference. So the moment he spoke about that Gunatita, immediately he wants the clarification. Sir, a clarification. Raise his thumb. Similarly, Arjuna also raising his thumb now. Says, please clarify this now. Verse 21.
Arjuna uvacha kailingaisti gunanitan atito bhavati prabho kimachara katham chaitan trin gunanati vartate. Arjuna uvacha kailingaisti gunanitan atito bhavati prabho kimachara katham chaitan trin gunanati vartate.
Arjuna said, what marks has he who has crossed over these 3 gunas, qualities? O Lord, what is his conduct? And how does he go beyond these 3 gunas? He is asking 3 questions here. 3 questions were asked by Arjuna. So Krishna is going to give answer to these 3 questions is the subsequent verses. So the first thing he is asking is, what marks has he who has crossed over these 3 gunas? Lingai. Lingai means by marks. Linga means mark. The characteristic traits. What is the swabhava of the person who has crossed over? Gunatita. The one who has transcended the guna. And then he is asking, the next question is, what is his conduct? Kim achara. What is his achara? What is the way he lives? His lifestyle. How he functions in the world. How he operates. What is his behavioral pattern? How he behaves. Then, please tell me, how did he go beyond the means? He is asking some tips. I don't know. Give some tips as to how did he cross over. Same way, I will also do. What he did, we also do. What did he do? What Warren Buffett did? All of them. Only when I give Warren Buffett example, you understand. Gunatitala, you don't understand. What did Warren Buffett do? The same thing you also do in the market. But the problem is what? You do the same thing, he does, you lose everything, but that fellow gains. Something they do, sir. They have certain discipline, you see. It is not just, by luck that fellow becomes rich, please. No man becomes rich by luck, please. It's impossible. There is an effort there. See, the problem is we don't go through that disciplined effort. We just want the result quickly. Now, anyone, they slog. They work. For that they get the result. You see. Anybody who does tapas will get the result. No. Kaushika also did tapas, became Vishwamitra. Ravana also did tapas. Correct? He also did tapas, he got. Ratnakar did tapas, became Valmiki. Correct? Anyone who does tapas, they will get result. For what you do tapas, you will get it. Even if Ravana does tapas, Hiranyakashipu does tapas, he will get the result. You know that. Any tapas you do, you will get the result. A tapas is what? Effort. Concerted effort you put in, you will get result in that field. Period. And it is so interesting. Indira will send Menaka only to Vishwamitra. He will not send Menaka to Ravana. You know that? If people don't read Puranas properly, Indra gets scared. Anybody who does tapas, he will send people. Then why he didn't send to Hiranyakashipu? Ravana did tapas, no. He should have sent Menaka there. He didn't send. Why? This fellow is doing tapas. At least that fellow doing tapas, you disturb his tapas, there is a meaning. This guy is not interested in Indraloka. This fellow is interested in something else. Unnecessarily you go and disturb his tapas. You mean Indra is such a dumb fellow? Can't even know the difference between the intention of Ravana doing tapas and Vishwamitra doing tapas? Is such a dumb cat or what? And somebody interprets like that, you people also subscribe. Yeah, correct, no? He sends. Then why he didn't send to Ravana? So many fellows have done tapas, no? You have read, right? See the Puranas. So many asuras. I am just giving two examples. So many asuras have done tapas. So many rakshasas have done tapas. To none of them he sent this Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka and all these people. And these rishis are doing tapas, he sends. Now you have to apply your thinking. Don't simply subscribe to any interpretations. Simply someone says, yeah, correct. Yeah, he sends, no? Then why he didn't send there? Why he is sending here? Why he is not sending there? That's an incidental idea, right? Essentially what you need to understand is any tapas will get the result. You do the tapas, you will get the result. So Arjuna is asking here, what did he do? What tapas he did? And what is the marks of... See, it's a very important question he is asking. He is not asking a casual question. Remember, if he is asking a casual question, Krishna will not give an explanation. He will dismiss and go out. He is not asking a casual question. What he is asking is very, very important here. It's a very critical point to be discussed in this juncture. It is irrelevant in the second chapter. You see, Krishna giving an explanation about Sthita Prajna in the second chapter is out of context. In the 14th chapter, it is well within the context. What is a proof? One proof. My entire thing I am hinging on this one word, Prabhu. Entire Bhagavad Gita, Krishna and Arjuna address each other with very many names. Right? Arjuna calling Krishna Prabhu only once. Here. Nowhere else he calls. So which means he is so alert and conscious about what he is asking. He is not asking a casual thing, please. Because there is a problem. What is the problem here? The problem is so complex to distinguish the Gunatita from a person who is Sattvic. You see, the one who is predominated by Sattva and this Gunatita, which is what we saw earlier. When we say a person is Sattvic, what we mean? A Sattvic person also has Rajoguna, Tamoguna, but Sattva Guna is predominant. Now the question is, we are discussing about Gunatita here. The last verse. Now he is asking, this Gunatita, the person who has transcended the three gunas and Sattva Guna Pradhani, the one who is predominated by Sattva. What is the difference? That is what he is asking. His question is that, remember. He is not asking a casual question. Go, please tell me what marks he has who has crossed over these three gunas. Don't talk to me about a Sattvic person now. I want to know about the characteristics, the traits, the qualities. What is the person who has crossed the three gunas? Beautiful question of his. What marks he has? And how did he do that? How did he achieve it? How did he go beyond? So that I can follow that path. I can do the same thing. And what is his conduct? Achara. Is a very, very important one in our tradition. Vichara should be followed by achara, and then prachara is optional. Today, this achara is completely forgotten. Vichara also we don't do fully. Prachara only starts. Preaching. You see, first you have to do this vicharam, investigation, study, and then you have to follow this achara. You see, and then comes prachara. Now, illa ulta. Prachara is enough, sir. Yeah. Prachara is more important today than, vichara and achara. Arjuna is not that way. He is very clear. He says, what is his achara? What is his conduct? How does he conduct himself in the world? So tell me what is his characteristics, traits. 2, what is his conduct? 3, how he transcended. In essence, he is asking only one. He is asking only 2. The 3 clubbed into 2 now. Description and means. In description, you have 2 things. His traits and behavior. So the entire chapter, 14th chapter, only 2 points were discussed. Guna Vichara and Gunatita Vichara, full stop. 14th chapter. What is the topic? What is the discussion, sir? Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. What is the discussion here? Only 2 discussions were here. One, what is the 3 gunas? And who is the one who has transcended the 3 gunas? That's the difference. So now he has asked this question. Krishna is going to give answer now. 22.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha Mohameva cha Pandava Nadveshti sampravrittani Navrittani kamshati
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha Mohameva cha Pandava
Nadveshti sampravrittani Navrittani kamshati.
The Blessed Lord said, light, activity, and even delusion, O Pandava, he hates not when present, nor longs for them when absent. Now he is giving the answer for the description of a Gunatita, the one who has transcended the gunas. A little investigation you need to do first to understand the term Gunatita. That's where the whole problem is. The whole thing is understanding what is the meaning of the word Gunatita. Transcending the gunas means what? One is you are having these 3 gunas, and one guna will predominate. Or all the 3 gunas will be more or less existing in you. See, 35, 36, 34, something like that. Right? So it will come. So there is no big difference between this thing. Sometimes there can be a huge difference. Right? 85% sattva, 12% rajas, remaining 3% tamas. Still, where are you? You are not Gunatita. Correct? So Gunatita means what? Don't translate. He has crossed over. He said no earlier, last verse. He said no, he crossed over. He has gone beyond. Once you go beyond, what will happen to the gunas now? Will they exist or will they disappear?
Diminished.
They have to exist. They can't disappear.
Anyway, they exist. Then what's the meaning of transcendence? The sattvic person also not affected, no?
They will be negligible.
But they exist, right? As long as they exist, it doesn't matter whether it is less or more. One is what? One is having a iron cage, another one is golden cage. Golden cage is better, sir. But cage is cage, no. Now one cage is smaller, another cage is bigger. Huh?
They become objects. They become known. Then he's
Sorry?
You can choose to leave it.
he's on top of
Ah.
it.
Is on top of it, correct. What happens to the gunas now? That's why they give a beautiful analysis. Remember, this Gunatita means the one who has crossed over. The samsara doesn't get destroyed. One side. On the other side, we say samsara gets destroyed. Correct? At least the word samsara you take now. Right? The samsara will exist or not? If samsara is existing anyway, then where is the crossover?
But he is not involved in it.
It's not affected.
How? How is it possible that you can be in it, but you are not affected by that? It's like saying you enter water, but you don't get wet.
You get wet.
You will get wet, no. Doesn't matter how much wetness is there. Whether you get completely drenched or only little, sir. Like we have, the raincoats in the when it rains. Those who go by two-wheeler, they put on, right? When you remove that, are you wet or you are dry? Only difference between you and the person who is not wearing it is what? Degree. Correct? Are we discussing a degree difference or qualitative difference? Qualitative difference, sir. We are not discussing degree difference. You see, so which means it will exist, but it will not affect. Adepudi. This samsara nashanam, when they discuss, they say the destruction, that nasha has got two ways. Two types of nasha exist in the world. Right? Samsara is your existence, your involvement, your suffering, your sorrow, not world per se. Right? Samsara. You take world to start with, that's okay. Right? But strictly speaking, it is not. But for analytical purpose, you start easy one. The world will not get destroyed. World will exist. World will exist means what? You will exist, the gunas will exist, all these things will be there, but something in that gets destroyed. But it is there. They give. So complicating it, very simple. Groundnuts there, no? Is there? You see groundnuts. You make a chutney of that. Groundnuts. What has happened to the groundnuts now? It's gone completely. By seeing, you will say what? Unless you taste it, you will not know whether it is made of chutney with chana or groundnuts. Isn't it? You will not know the difference unless you taste it. You see, it has lost its form completely. Chutney. Right? Roasted groundnuts is there. I have groundnuts. Handful of that I have made chutney. Handful of that I have taken and roasted. Roasted peanuts is here. And chutney is there. If you understand this, you will understand Gunatita. Groundnuts purilana finished. In chutney, what has happened, sir? The entire form of the groundnuts is gone. In the roasted one, what is happening? The form is there, but something in that is gone. What is it? Once you roast, what will happen?
The rawness is not there.
Thing will not germinate.
Germinate, exactly. Correct. This side is good today. Class. On the side, all waste. Answers are coming. Good. But the form is there. Groundnut is there, but it has lost what it is capable of doing. In chutney form, what has happened? The form itself is gone. So the nasha, when they say one type of nasha is the very swarupa gets destroyed. Another type of nasha is karya nasha. So when we say all this samsara will get destroyed, this will get destroyed, that will get destroyed, now that swarupa will be there. Swarupa nasha will not happen. Only the karya nasha will happen. You see, the form gets destroyed. This action gets destroyed. Two. The form is there. For all purpose, gunas will exist. But what does the guna do?
Influencing their action.
We say, he had said already how this bandha happens through those gunas. How sattva guna binds, how raja guna binds. Don't ask me to redo all that. Okay. He has explained all that. Now he says, those gunas will exist. That's what he says. Light, activity, even delusion. The sattva, rajas, tamas exist. They are there. But what has happened? Now comes the difference between the guna atita and sattva guna pradhani. Sattva guna pradhani, what is his position? His bondage or his affectation with reference to tamas and rajas is insignificant. Whereas he gets affected by sattva guna. You see, sattva will affect him. But the problem is, the affectation of sattva is not visible as much as the affectation of rajas and tamas. It's imperceptible. It is invisible. It is so subtle. Since it is so refined and subtle form of affectation, it is difficult to be recognized. Right? By oneself. Far more difficult for the other person. That's where many times we see a sattvic person and a jnani will look very similar. You see, we can't know the difference. So what is the difference here? The difference is a gunatita is one who will be a sattva guna pradhani. Right? He will be a sattvic person only. A gunatita cannot be rajo guna pradhani, not possible. A tamo guna pradhani, not possible. He has to be a sattva guna pradhani. Along with that, he has the atma, jnana and nishta in that atma jnana. Nishta means establishment. He is well established in the self-knowledge, which I said earlier. How do you transcend? Transcendence of the guna happens only by atma jnana. There is no other way. Right? So he says, if we have to distinguish, we distinguish that based on what? based on not the nasha of the Swarupa. Swarupa nasha means he has to not have any one of the gunas. No. Even Gunatita also will have tamas in him. Traces of it. Even the Gunatita will have rajas in him. Gunatita will have sattva in him. Then what is the difference? The difference is he is established in Atma Jnana, therefore he is not affected even by sattva. Because not to be affected by rajas and tamas, you don't require Atma Jnana. Sattva guna pradhani is enough. You develop sattva guna in you, you will not be affected by rajas and tamas anymore. Not possible. You can escape. But then you are stuck in sattva. And the defect of sattva, the dosha of sattva, the bondage of sattva is so fine, very difficult to recognize. That is what Arjuna asked. So tell me, what is the difference? To which he gives an outstanding explanation. A beautiful verse, very important verse. Anytime we say important verse, it means what? Very easy to misunderstand. You see, important verse, easy to misunderstand. Very easy to misunderstand. What is it? He hates not when present, na dveshti, na kankshati. Kanksha is this longing, craving. When will I get? When will I get? Will it come? Will it come? Will it come? Will it come? That is called longing. Kanksha is the longing. Long for it. He will not be, meaning he is not interested in the presence or in the absence. How we live now, exact opposite. When body is healthy, you want to live forever. When body is ill, காடு வா வாங்குது வீடு போங்க. Kadu is, the crematorium. Kadu is not forest. Kadu here is not forest. Kadu means it is the crematorium is calling. House is saying go. House is saying go. That is calling va, come. You are welcomed there. You are dispersed here. It's not going. It's amazing to meet old people. All those old days. You see, go and speak to them. I don't know when I'm going to die. It's better, I die quickly. It's not coming. The body is firm, what do you say? The body is firm and fit, you believe what? The jnani neither longs nor hates. You want to die quickly. Why? Not that you are inviting death or anything. Not that you want to die. You don't want this. You hate this. You long for immortality when you are healthy. You long for death when you are ill. He says none of those things exist for Gunathita. All these things will be there. But he is not affected. Fascinating attitude. There is no resistance. Very simple. All that he's saying is don't resist. Don't resist life. That's the central idea he's giving here. Yes. Neither he hates present nor longs for absent. All our lifetime what we are doing, only two things. You hate certain things which is present, you long for certain things which is absent. And you believe what you are longing for, if it comes, complete. Whatever you are hating, if it disappears, complete. Some people come to house, you are happy. Some people leave the house, you are happy. Yeah? Some guests, after they leave, you feel, relieved. Like that, sir. There is none of those things. Na dveshti, na kankshati. He neither hates this. What does it mean? In one word, what is it? No resistance. You don't resist. Because you have from where the resistance comes. The resistance comes from this only. Your dvesha. And longing is desires, likes and dislikes. In other words, in our regular language, we use the word raga dvesha. That raga dvesha is what is the root cause, the longing for it. So you want life to be fitting into the pattern of your desires, your likes and dislikes. He doesn't have any one of those things. So he doesn't resist anything. Whatever is there, which means he doesn't put any conditions. He lives life unconditionally. You see, it is unconditional lifestyle. Then there is no sorrow. Because the desire is coming from, is putting condition. What is a desire? Desire is nothing but putting conditions to life. Is called a desire. And when you put conditions to life, life will not oblige. When it doesn't oblige, it will have its own pattern. When the pattern in which you want life to function, when it is not functioning, you resist what is presented. That resistance is inevitable, and that resistance is the cause of your sorrow. So you long for one, you have dvesha for another. Like we say, Sri Devi and her sister. You don't even tell her name. Sri Devi. No? Terima? Sri Devi. Actress illa. I know from the look she is giving, I know what she is thinking. Sri Devi, she is thinking. Sri Devi, actress, sister-la illiye. I can see your thoughts. Sri Devi and her sister, Mudevi. You welcome one sister and you have dvesha towards another sister. What you don't understand is they are sisters, twins. One will come, one will go, other will come, other will go. They keep coming and going, coming and going. It is impossible that you will have only Sri Devi in the house. It's impossible. It's a pattern. It will keep happening, keeps happening, keeps happening. You grow, life. Life is what? A life. Sri Devi and her sister is a life. You long for one, you hate the other. Therefore you suffer. You neither long for one nor hate the other. You will not have any problems in life. That's what he says. Light, activity, and even delusion, O Pandava. He hates not when present, nor longs for them when absent. How can I have that quality, sir? How can I have this? He neither hates that, nor he longs for, I wish I am like that. I wish I am like this. I wish I could do. I wish I can have nothing. Both he doesn't have. That is the hallmark of a Gunatita. But he will have all three. That's the catch. He will have all the three gunas, but then the gunas will not have the respective dosha. Gunas presence minus its dosha. The dosha comes only when you associate with those gunas as mine. The moment you understand, I have nothing to do with the gunas, I am of the nature of Atma, the self, and these are just attachments. I am not that. So the moment you understand, this is what we call as Atma Vidya, Atma Jnana. So when you have that jnanam, when you have that knowledge or that bodham, whatever, when you have that, you will not be affected. So what is the difference between the one who is predominated by sattva and the one who has transcended the gunas? Both will look very similar with reference to rajas and tamas. Right? The affectation with reference to rajas, tamasla will not be there at all in them. They don't get affected. But the one who is predominated by sattva will get affected by sattva guna. Whatever the bondage of sattva guna, that he will suffer. Right? We'll see next class.
So, an example of sattva affectation.
Ah.
Affected by sattva, what could be?
How can I not know this? How can I not understand this? When you don't know something, you hate. It's exactly like, how can I not have this? How can I have? How can I not possess? Oh, someone has better house. Someone has a better necklace. Someone has a better car. Feel jealous. Same way this guy will feel jealous of someone who has more knowledge. And he can't sleep. With ignorance, he can't sleep. Classic, quality of knowledge, man of knowledge. Pandit, Pandityam, you have. A sattvic person, a knowledgeable person is one. He cannot sleep without it. He can't sleep. Like that's why it's very easy at times, to teach, in this premier institutions, they say. Why? 70-80% of the work the students will do. Professor need not do all that. No need of spoon feeding them. Why? The moment I expose their ignorance to them and leave them, next class, by the time the fellow comes, he will come fully prepared for that. Because they can't take ignorance. I don't understand what is that concept. He can't sleep. That one proposition they take, if they are not able to break that, they will not sleep. That in the dream also they will be working on. That is involvement in sattva. That's a sattva we call it, knowledge. Possessing knowledge. Of course, worldly knowledge. But knowledge is knowledge. It doesn't matter whether it is this side or that side. That involvement in that. Similarly, you develop one negative thought. One day you fight. You got to meet such people. Very rare to see such people actually. Lucky to meet such people actually. Scold someone out of fit of anger. 3 days the fellow is not eating. He didn't eat. He didn't come for breakfast. He didn't come for lunch. He didn't come for dinner. The fellow. 3 days. Why now? Because I lost my temper. Okay, you lost your temper. Now your problem is if I say that, you will say, that fellow is idiot, sir. We are not like that. We are all very objective people. We get angry and say, get lost, so what? We'll move ahead. That is tamas. You see, that's why many a times, you will misunderstand tamas to be sattva. Very difficult to understand the sattvic state. See, he will also get disturbed. But his disturbance cause will be totally different. That will be absolutely different from the rest. Very difficult to recognize that. What are you concerned about? You will give lecture to him. You cannot appreciate that quality. You will say, we also get angry, but we apologize. And once you have apologized, hey, sorry, I just lost, yes. Come on, let's go. You go. Tamas. You're a sattvic person. A sensitive fellow will not be able to take it. You got to meet such people. Only then you will understand what is that quality. Amazing quality it is. Another affectation of sattva. You don't worry, you don't have that problem.